Namaste, aloha, and welcome back to our journey through the Srimad Bhagavatam. Today we explore Canto 1, Chapter 3, Verse 3, from the chapter beautifully titled, Krishna is the Source of All Incarnations. In the previous two verses, we glimpsed the breathtaking scale of cosmic creation. We saw the first Purusha avatar, Mahavishnu, breathing out innumerable universes from the pores of his transcendental body. We then saw the second Purusha, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, entering each universe, the lotus rising from his navel and giving birth to Brahma, the master engineer. Now, verse 3 turns to a question every thoughtful seeker eventually asks. If the universe is situated upon the body of the Supreme Lord, does that mean the Lord himself is made of matter? Is God simply the sum total of the physical cosmos? The Bhagavatam's answer is one of the most profound passages in all of Vedic philosophy. Let us hear the original Sanskrit verse. So, Yasya avayava samsthanai kalpito loka vistara tadvai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattvam urjitam. The translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada reads, it is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. This verse offers what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu later called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, the inconceivable simultaneous oneness and difference between the Supreme and his energies. On one hand, the entire universe rests upon him. On the other hand, he's not made of it. The Bhagavatam first acknowledges the Virat Rupa, the universal form. For a beginner, it is almost impossible to imagine a Supreme Lord with a personal, transcendental form. So the Vedas offer a stepping stone. Picture the mountains, the oceans, the galaxies, the entire physical cosmos as the body of God. This is the same vision Krishna revealed to Arjuna in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. But then comes the great clarification. He has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. The Lord's actual form is described with two beautiful words. Vishuddham, purely spiritual, completely free from the three modes of material, nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And Urjitam, full of spiritual potency and excellence. His eternal form exists prior to the creation of the Mahat Tattva, the total material energy. The hardware of the universe may rest upon him, but he is not made of the hardware. To grasp this, consider a modern parallel, virtual reality and simulation theory. Imagine a brilliant programmer who creates a vast virtual universe with planets, physics, weather, and digital inhabitants. The entire virtual world is situated on the servers built by the programmer. If a character inside the simulation tried to find its creator, it might look at the digital mountains and conclude, this must be the body of the maker. But the programmer is not made of pixels or code. The programmer exists in a completely different and higher reality. In the same way, the Supreme Lord generates the source code of the cosmos, but his personal form is purely spiritual, untouched by the pixels of material energy. How does this transform our daily life? In two profound ways. First, it teaches us to see the sacred in the ordinary without becoming attached to the ordinary. When we look at a starry sky, a flowing river, or a snow-capped mountain, we can honor it as a manifestation of the Lord's energy, the universal form. This cultivates awe, humility, and reverence for the world around us. But the second part of the verse protects us from materialism. The world is His energy, but it is not the ultimate reality. We learn to appreciate the creation while reserving our deepest love and devotion for the Creator. For our younger generation growing up in a world obsessed with the material, with appearances, with metrics, with temporary achievements, this verse offers a liberating perspective. Society often tells you that what you can see and measure is all there is, that your worth is determined by your looks, your grades, your followers, your bank account. But the Bhagavatam tells you something deeper. The source of everything, the Supreme Lord, is not made of these temporary things. His true nature is Vishuddham, purely spiritual. And because you are a spark of that Supreme, your true nature is also purely spiritual. Do not let your self-worth be defined by pixels. Look deeper. Your true potential lies in the realm of pure spiritual excellence. For our older generation, this verse offers profound comfort and direction. We have spent decades engaged with the material ingredients of this world, building homes, raising families, serving careers. As the body ages, it becomes very clear that these ingredients are temporary. They decay, they slip away. This verse reminds us that our ultimate destination, the Supreme Lord, has nothing to do with these decaying elements. His form is eternal, Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam. This is the time to consciously shift our focus. We can appreciate the world we have lived in as the universal form of the Lord, but we must gently detach our hearts from the temporary. Our meditation, our reading, our devotion can now be laser focused on the eternal spiritual form, preparing to return home back to Godhead. So, verse 1.3.3 strikes a masterful balance. It allows us to see the entire universe as resting upon the Supreme, fostering awe and reverence. Yet it firmly establishes that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is never bound by, never made of his own creation. He remains eternally transcendental, his form purely spiritual, full of excellence. As we continue through this chapter on the incarnations, let us carry this truth with us. Whenever and however the Lord appears, He's never a product of this material world. He's always Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam, pure, eternal, and transcendental. Thank you. Namaste and Mahalo.